Hello! I am very grateful that you are here. I am currently raising funds for my treatment, and your support means a lot to me. If you enjoy these stories, please subscribe to my channel and give it a like. This will help me continue doing what I love. Thank you for your support and for being with me. This is a story about a young woman struggling with emotional exhaustion as she tries to save her marriage. Despite the joy of her daughter's birth, her relationship with her husband is going through a difficult period due to conflicts and misunderstandings. The lack of support intensifies the situation, making each new day a challenge. This is Reddit Storytime, the channel where I share real people's stories. At 28, I feel like a short afternoon nap has ruined my marriage with my 30-year-old husband. I might delete this in the morning, but I need to vent. We've been married less than a year, but together for 6, and we have a 3-month-old daughter who's amazing. It's my first child, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband works from home. He's not dumb, just emotionally underdeveloped at times. Since pregnancy, I've accumulated many resentments. His mom bullied me throughout, constantly talking about miscarriages, stillbirths. She said the baby was dead when my husband wasn't around, then denied it later. He sympathized but did nothing about it. After birth, my husband was just helpless. While I recovered in the hospital, he went home to sleep because the sofa was uncomfortable. I had to call him 20 times to wake him and come back because I was lonely and struggling. When we were discharged, he asked me to help carry things to the car. A nurse told him I shouldn't be lifting anything since I just gave birth. When we got home, he constantly complained about lack of sleep. I tried to learn breastfeeding, and he was very supportive. But during the first 2 months, I cried from exhaustion while he slept 8 to 10 hours a day. This led to many fights. It became unbearable when he said he was tired. Then his mom would visit, making a mess, and I'd have to clean up. He also complained about the basement being messy, so I helped rearrange things. I had severe bleeding, and the doctor forbade me from lifting anything heavy. Yet he kept asking for help, getting irritated when I refused and complaining all day after. Our daughter is 3 months old now, and I feel our marriage is in a ditch. We've been distant since the birth. I don't want sex or intimacy. He often asks if I'm okay, and I say yes. I don't know what else to say. I'm unhappy and tense whenever he enters the room. Today, he annoyed me for not walking the dog. I'm exhausted from nursing and just don't have the energy. I was up on my feet since 2:30 a.m. and snapped, reminding him I hadn't slept 8 hours straight in months. He got offended, slammed the door, avoided me all day, locked in his office, and I just cried myself to exhaustion. At 11 p.m., he still hadn't come out. I broke down, went to him, he ignored me, and I just sobbed. This lack of support broke me. I said I hated him, wanted to go home, even mentioned divorce. He calmed me, apologized for being selfish. I asked what he'd been doing all day. He said, I was sleeping. He slept all day while I could barely stand. I broke down again, cried nonstop, and he apologized repeatedly, saying he loved me, but for the first time, I couldn't say I loved him back. It's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep. I'm shattered. He's snoring next to me, and I just hate him. I want to take the baby and run. I don't want to live here. Being a single mom seems easier than this emotional emptiness and disregard. What should I do? I can't believe I'm ready to leave because he took a nap. Viewer comments, 1 stone set. You're leaving him not because he napped, but because he's a bad father and an even worse husband. This story is concerning. The husband disregards his wife's physical state and doesn't support her when she most needs help. His indifference to her health and lack of responsibility evokes sympathy for the woman. Support and understanding from a partner are critically important in such situations. Caring for a loved one is the foundation of healthy relationships. Nobody who truly cares about you would ask you to move heavy things, especially get angry about it. Honestly, I think even people who don't love me wouldn't ask me to lift heavy things if I were pregnant or recovering after childbirth. Update. We talked, or rather I talked, and he listened. I said I can't go on like this, and something needs to change immediately, or I'm returning to my parents with our child. At first, he didn't understand, but then he saw 2 packed bags by the bed. I finally managed to express everything. How his mom behaved, the loneliness in the hospital and at home, the feeling I carry all the responsibilities just so he can bring home a paycheck. I realized I'd never told him all this, just stayed silent. Initially, he was defensive, but I warned if there was even one excuse, I'd leave. So he stopped and genuinely listened, truly regretted. He said sorry, just once, but sincerely. Then he asked what I needed. We made a plan, and I finally felt relief. He now walks the dog himself. His mom is not allowed to visit or contact me or the child without him present. When he finishes work, I'm free for the rest of the day. I'm continuing breastfeeding because I enjoy it, and you'd understand if you saw how my daughter touches my breast while nursing. Her big brown eyes are intoxicating. I'm lying in the bath now. I've been promised a weekend of rest and sleep as much as I want. This weekend, I'll pump milk, and we always have supplies in the freezer. He knows the baby's schedule and how to feed her so he can handle it. Right now, I hear him unloading the dishwasher. We agreed to do something together weekly so that I don't feel like just a mom, so I can be a person again. We're going for couple therapy, and I'm starting individual sessions. He's already in his own therapy. He had no father to show him what love is like. His dad was an immature adult who threw tantrums and verbally abused him and his mother. My husband often says he admires that my dad drops everything for me and wants to be like that. But he's not. He lets me and our daughter down. It was hard for him to hear. Whether he can change, time will tell. The bags are still by the door, a reminder I can leave at any moment. This gives me a sense of power. I'm full of hope, but not illusions. We may not be able to restore everything, and that's okay. I need to take care of myself so my daughter can see mom smiling, not just at her. I've also scheduled a postpartum depression screening, and my mom will come at the beginning of next month to help. My family is ready to embrace me if I decide to return. I cried when Dad said he'd book the first ticket as soon as I say the word and come get me so that I won't have to fly home alone. Thank you for letting me vent. Comments, second set. I'm having trouble understanding. I find it hard to believe in his changes. Why didn't your hospitalization due to bleeding serve as a wake-up call for him that it was time to change? Yet you talked, and suddenly he understood everything. Honestly, I can't fathom how blind someone has to be not to see how his wife feels and that she needs to recover after pregnancy and childbirth. You don't see the bigger picture, and if you truly pay attention to your relationship, you'll realize he's always been like this, focused only on himself. You can explain to him how you feel and why his behavior is bad, but he'll still return to his old ways. It didn't bother you as much before because you loved him and didn't mind carrying most of the relationship, but now, with a child who depends on you, you understand you can't raise two kids. You no longer have the energy to carry this relationship, and the love that once made his childishness seem cute is gone. It will be easier for you when you leave him. He is too immature and self-centered to raise a child. This story also highlights how a lack of responsibility from a partner can lead to serious problems. The husband neglected his duties, which seriously affected family life. It's important for the woman to remember that she deserves support and respect. I recommend she focus on her own well-being, continue communicating with loved ones, and not hesitate to ask for help. Thank you for watching this incredible story with us. If it was interesting or valuable to you, like and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next stories.